Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to show you how to automate the Strangle strategy for options so that you can actually automatically enter without having to worry about it, and you can have all your risk managed for you, which means you can have your early days until management if you do that, which is a tasty live mechanic, or you can have your stop losses and take profit managed without the market maker screwing with you, because if you try to put in a stop loss order with your broker, it just doesn't work. So let me show you how to automate your entire Strangle strategy using the options auto trader. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an auto trader. We're going to connect our Tasty Trade broker. Mine's already connected. And then I'm going to create an auto trader. So in this create process, I'm going to create a Strangle. So we're going to sell Strangles because it's a great strategy. So when we sell Strangles here, there are so many assets we can do it on. You'll ideally just want to set up a Strangle strategy based on how you trade it now. But again, you have options between futures. You can do it on SPX. You can do it on SPY and a ton of different ETFs. So again, these are your options to automate the Strangle strategy on. Again, futures are awesome, so I'm just going to stick with that. Now again, if you're following Tasty Live Mechanics, it's recommended to do a Strangle that's 45 days out. But again, you can change that, but around 45 days out. And then again, this is the way that I like to structure them, so that's how it's built in here. But again, you can change it to do a 10 delta on the put and a 5 delta on the call, so you have more upside room because the market tends to move up, and then you have further downside room because again, the market tends to move up. So a 10 delta on the put and a 5 delta on the call, or however you structure it, you can set that up here. A more tasty mechanic would be a 16 delta and a 16 delta on both of these levels. Again, now we need to set up when we want the auto trader to enter. And so again, right now it's set to once a week on Wednesday. So again, we can continue that once a week on Wednesday. If you want to enter in every day, you can do that too. It all depends on how you want to trade it and set up the entry. Next is our stop loss and management rules. How do we want these trades to be managed for us? So a very tasty live mechanic is to go a 50% take profit, which means once our trade is at a 50% profit, let's close the trade and move on to the next one. And then you also have an early management rule that Tasty Live likes to follow, which is 21 days, meaning that once the trade has 21 days or less until expiration, then close that trade, meaning that you'll hold it from 45 days until 21, and then you'll close the trade. Again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. If you want to set up a stop loss, you can do that here as well. Again, there's no stop loss on this. Okay, so now that we set up our management rules, let's set up our safeguards to protect our account. How much money do we want to allow this trader to trade with? Well, I think $5,000 is a good number. Again, if you're trading Strangles, you may go up a bit more than that depending on the asset you're trading, but this is set up on MES, so $5,000 is more than enough. If you want to require email trade approval, which means that, hey, like all your rules have been met, I want to enter a trade, but the options auto trader is going to send you an email and be like, hey, all your rules are met. Do you want to enter now? And I'll click a green approve button, and then you'll be able to approve that trade. But again, I just leave mine disabled because it can automatically do it for me. So just like that, I've connected my broker, I set up my rules for a Strangle, I set up how I want it to be managed and my safeguards, and just like that, it's set up for me. It shows me my profit graph and all that amazing stuff, as well as some approximate numbers here. All right, now what I do want to understand here is this. Again, the options auto trader will only ever do what you say. It's not AI, it's not a black box, it's not some weird thing. It only follows the rules that you set. So let's understand the rules that you set. This auto trader is instructed to automate a 45-day selling Strangle trade on MES once a week on Wednesday. Trades will be managed with a take profit of 50%. There's also no stop loss rule set. Trades will be closed early once there's a 21 days or less until expiration. Perfect. This auto trader is limited to trade with no more than 5,000. Perfect. All our rules are set. I understand them. We are good to go. Just like that, I've created a selling Strangle strategy on a futures contract so that now I can sell 45 DTE Strangles once a week on MES. So just like that, I've automated the entire process. So now it'll enter for me, it'll manage my trades for me, and it'll also just do that whole process in a very streamlined way. Because if you try to set up stop losses and take profits on brokers, it just doesn't work well because of options fills. But this one works perfectly because we hold the orders in our own system until they're ready to be sent into the market, so that there's no way people can mess with it. So again, if you want to learn how this works, if you want to create your own Strangle strategy and automate it, then click the link down in the description to start your free trial. All right, guys, see you on the inside.